Love this. Look at all these boxes, Matt. This is great.
If you think about it, we're looking across this beautiful country on one screen. It's absolutely unbelievable. Smiling faces, people who are enthusiastic, game changers, lifesavers, life changers. I mean, this is what it's all about. And just to be in this presence is absolutely humbling. It's truly exciting for us, and we've been looking forward to this for quite some time. And major shout out to the wonderful people at the St. Baldrick Foundation who've just been taking the time to collaborate with us, work with us, and inviting us in with open arms. We felt nothing but love and supported ever since we walked in. So thank you guys so much for that.
For those of you who have come in recently, we've been slowly repeating some of our updates. But if you do have any official questions, there is the chat option inside Zoom. If you find anyone with St. Baldrick's after their name, they are here from the official St. Baldrick's Foundation, and they would be more than happy to answer or support any questions or comments or concerns you might have. So just to keep that in mind, that you are not alone in this sea of beautiful humans. We just are excited to have you all, but we want to make sure that you are comfortable and confident with the process. Anything and everything that we do in the next hour or so, we will guide you through and make sure we give you a heads up. So if Matt and I call you out to kind of ask some questions or that, feel free to not be overrushed. You can unmute yourself when we do ask questions. Talk if you can in that. And if it's working out where the buzzers are a little loud and it's hard to understand, we don't want you to panic or worry in any way. We just want to have a good time. And if it's not, the sound quality isn't coming through for the moment, we might say, don't you worry, you get back to shaving and we'll come back to you in a little bit of that. But we do want to make sure we lift up each and every one of you for contributing to what looks like close to almost 13,000. I think we've raised just about so far. And we're about to raise some more in this next hour, which gets me super excited, Matt.
And Phil, guess what? The clock has officially struck 12 noon Central Time. And it is at this moment that we would like to officially get this party started. It is a sunny and crisp Sunday afternoon in the great city of Chicago. The air is fresh, the sun is bright, and the birds are chirping just a little bit louder. And why is that, ladies and gents? It is here because those birds are so happy that they get to celebrate the St. Baldrick's Foundation, to celebrate the day with each and every one of you. Today is a day of celebration. Today is a day of jubilation. And today is a day to maximize all of the wonderful things that each and every one of you are doing. So without further ado, we would like to take this time to introduce ourselves. My name is Mr. Matthew Makovich. I am 34 years old, born and raised in the southwest side of Chicago, Illinois, and I am beyond honored to be here today with you to introduce my other co-host, the man, the myth, the legend. He is that blonde hair, dying, tattoo covered Mr. Phil Januszewski. And to be brutally honest, Phil is the reason that I am here today, ladies and gentlemen. For the past 11 years, Phil has raised over $37,000 towards the St. Baldrick's Foundation and childhood cancer research. From the bottom of my heart, Phil, thank you for opening up this opportunity for us. Thank you for everything that you are doing for this incredible foundation. And I know how excited you are to be here today. You know how excited I am to be here today. I am ready to have some fun. I am ready to be enthusiastic, provide some entertainment, and guide these ships of positivity, Phil, for the next hour or so. But Phil, can you please take some time to introduce yourself, my friend?
Yeah, thanks so much, Matt. And it's not about us today. It's about everyone in these beautiful boxes that you see right now, getting prepared to shave in solidarity to raise awareness and, most importantly, raise some funding for super important childhood cancer research. So as Matt said, my name's Phil. I'm a proud supporter of the St. Baldrick's Foundation, and every interaction I've had with this group has been nothing but positive and honestly life-changing. For anyone that you see today with their names with St. Baldrick's after them, you can give them some virtual snaps, some virtual spirit fingers, some virtual claps. They are here working round the clock 7 days a week, especially during these unique times, in order to continue getting that funding and that important amount of support in order to further research and support of anyone who's affected by childhood cancer. So St. Baldrick's is near and dear, and we're grateful for everyone here today. With that being said, if you're watching this right now, congratulations. You're watching the live party, and we're about to shave almost over 60 plus people in order to raise those funds. But We want you to make sure that you are pushing your envelope out there to social media. This is live on Facebook right now. There is a virtual shaving website you can go to if you go to stbaldricks.org. We have other links that you can go to as well. But for right now, try to find it and share it out to everybody that you are a part of this. And we're talking to you, wonderful shavers out there. Make sure you're spreading the word that you're on there. Invite people in to catch the good vibes that are going down today during this awesome hour of raising funds and awareness. So Matt, we're excited. All these wonderful humans are excited to be here. What are we going to do next and where we go from here?
Well, Phil, rarely do we get the opportunity to introduce legitimate life changers and lifesavers. And at this time, it is with the utmost enthusiasm and excitement that I would like to introduce to everybody the great, the wonderful, the incredible Dr. Lipton. Dr. Lipton, since 2005, has spearheaded the creation of the St. Baldrick's Foundation. He is a New York native and received his PhD degree in chemistry from Syracuse. Go Orange. He then went on to St. Louis University to get his medical degree. How about them Belligans? And, not only is he patient-centered, Phil, what I love about Dr. Lipton is that he puts so much focus into creating almost a farm system of up-and-coming researchers for childhood cancer. It is somebody who's always put other people in front of him in every aspect of his profession and in every aspect of his life. He has an unmatched passion, I know, for all of his patients. He has an incredible respect for the St. Baldrick's Foundation, and he feels that this foundation has played a massive role in the development of childhood cancer. But we would like to turn it back on him and say that without Dr. Lipton, we know that childhood cancer research would not be where it is today. So it is with my honor and my privilege to introduce to you the incredible and wonderful Dr. Lipton. Thank you for being here today, Doctor.
Matt, Phil, thanks so much. I'm blushing now. Most of the time people just scream at me. So it's really nice to hear something good. But basically, as a physician scientist and somebody who has devoted a fairly long career to this, I want to mention a couple of things that are really important. We're in the middle of a very serious pandemic. We've lost 200,000 people in the United States, and that number is going to continue to tick up. But when the COVID epidemic is over, when vaccinations are available, when effective treatments are there, we're still going to be dealing with childhood cancer. And there are about 20,000 children a year who are affected by this. And that's not going to go away. So I really appreciate that everybody is taking time from what is a very, very difficult time. I know that there's not a person, a human in these boxes that hasn't been affected significantly by COVID-19. So I really appreciate everybody coming out today. The mission of St. Baldrick's will not change. Philanthropy has been difficult over the past year, but when I come to something like this, I see that we're in good shape. We have a very simple goal at St. Baldrick's, and that's to cure every single child with no side effects affordably. And we're not there. We cure 8 in 10 children. The toll of the therapy can be extreme, and it's not inexpensive. So there's a lot to do. The St. Baldrick's Foundation supports, and you alluded to this, it supports ongoing, high caliber, highly competitive research that makes a difference. But it also supports young people. I was a young person once, I can remember that. And I think the most important things in my career were the people who stepped up for me, stepped up by encouraging me, and stepped up with funding for the research I was doing early on. And that's what St. Baldrick's does. It trains young people. It steps up big time supporting the research. And every dollar you donate gets multiplied about tenfold, because the research that we do, supported by St. Baldrick's, provides the money to get the preliminary data that allows us to apply for federal funding. And that federal funding means for every $10,000 St. Baldrick's comes up with, and gives to an investigator, $100,000 in grants are garnered through the federal government and other sources. So this is a big multiplier. So I just want to say, as a longstanding member of the board, by somebody who found a home in St. Baldrick's very early on in the history of the organization, because we have a shared mental model, again, of eliminating childhood cancer with little side effects in an affordable way. And if we can do that, I can retire. So please contribute to St. Baldrick's, aid me in my ability to retire. Otherwise, they're going to have to take me out feet first. This is a dedication that I represent. I am not the only one. I represent the physician scientists and clinicians and laboratory researchers who want to accomplish the mission that St. Baldrick's is trying to fund and support. So Matt, Phil, thanks so much. This is a great event, and I'm with you every year. And if I can ever get on an airplane again and go to Chicago, I will be there for you. It's one of my favorite cities. New York is always first, but it's one of my favorite cities, and I would love to be there in person next time. So thank you, guys.
Awesome. Doctor, thank you so much. And I know Phil and I did a lot of reading up on you and your mission and just your involvement in this foundation. And we truly believe that you are living proof of when you work hard and you have such a sincere passion towards things, you could legitimately save lives. And we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all you do, because you are a game changer and a lifesaver. So everybody in our audience, if you don't mind giving it up for the good doctor, the reason for the season. And Phil, that got me jacked up. Somebody with so much passion, somebody with so much enthusiasm who has done so much. How could we officially keep this party rolling? Thank you, doctor.
And Phil, thanks.
A pleasure. So this has been already a great moment, us coming together, and we did want to give a few main big shout outs to some specific individuals today. First of all, we'd like to lift up our thus far top fundraiser for this virtual shave event. And this wonderful human's name is Hava. And Hava has raised over $3,500 alone for this virtual shave event today, which is phenomenal and outstanding. Now, we are excited to meet Hava in wave one with the head shaving, and we'll get to meet Hava a little bit more so, but you may have seen or heard she's had some different interviews on TV and online in that. And we look forward to discussing that a little bit more so. So Hava, you are a rock star. We can't wait to meet you in just a few minutes when we see that beautiful head of hair get shaved. But congratulations and thank you for everything. Are you ready to shave that head soon, Hava? You keep that enthusiasm, and we're going to see you in just a few moments to get to know a little bit more about your story and to watch those beautiful locks of hair get shaved off. So stay tuned, okay, Hava?
Okay.
All right, rock and roll. My friends, also, we want to lift up our top fundraising team for this event, which is Team CARR, C-A-R-R. This group and team have raised over $2,200 as a team today, which is phenomenal towards this event. So thank you to anyone part of Team CARR. That is an outstanding thing. Now, for anybody who's joining in, and maybe this is for some of our head shavers as well, but we want to make sure we introduce and talk about what is called the League of Legendary Heroes. There are some different rankings for people that are involved with St. Baldrick's. When you start off in St. Baldrick's, if you've been involved for 3 years, that could be head shaving or volunteering in a certain way. 3 years, you become a Squire of Hope. After 7 years, you become a Knight of the Bald Table. After 10 years, you become a Knight Commander. After 15 years, you become a Crusader for a Cure. And after 20 years, you become a Baron of the Brave. So as we look forward to meeting everybody shaving today, we want to make sure we highlight, too, that many of you are part of the legendary League of Heroes, and we can't wait to learn more about that in your journey as to why you keep coming back to something like St. Baldrick's, because we think it speaks volumes of that. So with that being said, though, we're on a high note. We've got great people. We're about to get shaved. There's one other superstar, all-star we want to introduce to you. This gentleman comes to us only 12 years old, wise beyond his years, passionate about spreading the word about St. Baldrick's and also living a nice, beautiful, long, healthy life. He loves basketball, video games. He's a crazy roller coaster advocate and fan. This gentleman comes all the way from North Carolina, but he is our official St. Baldrick's honored kid for this event. My friends, it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce to you the one, the only, Mr. Scott L. Scott, how are you today?
Great, how are you?
I'm good. Well, my friend, I'm going to let you to it with the microphone, but we are so excited for you to be here, and we can't wait to hear what you have to say, friend. The floor is yours.
All right. Hey everyone, my name is Scott Lenfesti, and I'm 12 years old and from Cary, North Carolina. And I'm also a cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, or ALL, when I was 3 years old, and I went through 3.5 years of chemotherapy at UNC Cancer Center. I was diagnosed the week before Thanksgiving, and that marked the beginning of countless hospital visits, bone marrow biopsies, platelet transfusions, and blood transfusions. And I also took several drugs like cytarabine, doxorubicin, methotrexate, mercaptopurine, and thioguanine, just to name like a few. My legs often hurt, and I often felt exhausted, nauseous, and weak during treatment. And let me tell you, steroids make you hangry, which is when you're hungry and angry. And on top of that, I basically lived in a bubble for 3.5 years. The isolation, that the world has lived in just this past year is, because of COVID-19, is like a glimpse into everyday life for a kid with cancer. Because a fever means like an automatic trip to the emergency room, and in some cases, a potential hospitalization too. And so, like in my case, to minimize germs and to avoid setbacks in my treatment, I missed out on many things that people take for granted nowadays, like playing on playgrounds with friends and going to the movies and going to school. But I understood that it was important to avoid setbacks in my treatment. And by the time I had actually finished treatment, I'd taken more than 1,500 pills and been on chemo for more than half my life. I wouldn't wish cancer on anyone, and I can't imagine anyone who would. But as hard as it was to go through treatment, I know I'm lucky to be a survivor. Someone with a second chance at life at 12 years old, and I'm grateful to be here. Childhood cancer is the #1 disease killer of kids in the United States currently. And I've known so many kids who were diagnosed at like around the same time that I was that have passed away to this awful disease, because of this awful disease. And we need your help to change that. And so I want to thank each and every one of you personally for being here today and being part of the solution at today's event. And so, I just want to let you know what you're doing is just so fantastic, because you're not just shaving your head or getting a haircut. You are providing kids with cancer more cures and better treatments, and the hope of being able to go on to live a long and healthy life. And I just thank you so much. And so on behalf of kids like me, we thank you so much for your support in our fight against childhood cancer. Thank you.
Scott, thank you so much.
Scott,
wow, those are good snaps
you
right there.
You are a role model. You are an inspiration. You are well spoken, and you are unstoppable, Scott. And we can't thank you enough for welcoming us here today and for doing everything you're doing to make this world a better place. And I think it is only fitting, Scott, for you right now is for this party to really get started. And we would love your assistance in either doing a 1, 2, 3 shave count or a 3, 2, 1 shave count. Scott, the stage is yours. Say it with pride, baby.
Matt?
Thank you for all you do. Let's hear it.
Matt, should we get the groups ready before Scott officially does the countdown now?
Absolutely. So what we can do right now, Phil, is maybe for all of our people who are in wave 1 or group 1, keep your cameras on. And for everybody else who is not in the first wave, they will be turning their cameras off.
Perfect.
Excellent. And I see everybody getting ready. Okay.
And Matt, while we're doing this, there's so many chats coming in. Just Scott, I don't know if you see all these, but they're saying, God bless you. You're amazing. You're a hero. And I think we're all feeling that right now. It's hard to say with this many people sometimes to share that through the screen, but thank you so much for all of that. But Matt, you go ahead and let Scott take that whenever you guys are ready. I think all of our Group 1 shavers are about to begin though.
I think they are. Scott, it's all yours, my friend. Let her rip.
All right. So I got my razor here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, shave.
All
There
right.
it goes, baby, and they're off, and they are off. But wow, Scott, just to echo what Phil was saying, just the feedback in the comments, unbelievable. Everybody's jumping right in. We got Hava leading the charge from the great state of Illinois, ready to rock and roll. We got Corey Mason rocking it. We got Alex. We got Erica. Phil, are you seeing what I'm seeing here? We got our guy Phil Gamble as well.
That's right. I see a lot of heroes doing a lot of good right now as we're getting shaved. And you know what? I want to get right to that. I'm talking about Hava here. We were speaking of Hava earlier, one of our top fundraisers for this event. And Hava, if you can hear me, and no worries, we're just kind of introducing right now the fact that this may be one of the few times that you've ever cut your hair even. Is that true, Hava? Is this one of the first times you've ever cut your hair?
How many times have you cut your hair before this?
Once.
This is her second haircut in 9 years.
And this is a big one, Hava. This is no joke haircut. This is all the way, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Hava.
Yeah, we're working on it here. It's a lot of hair to get through.
We will.
What part of Illinois are you from, Hava?
Belleville, Illinois.
Belleville. Excellent. Well, we're sending you lots of love from Chicago and a lot of positive energy. Thank you for participating and for being with us today. And now, Phil, we have from the great state of Virginia, a gentleman that we met when we logged on, Mr. Gamble. And Mr. Gamble, we know that this is your 6th year participating in St. Baldrick's, and we'd like to thank you for everything you're doing as well.
Oh, you're very welcome. I enjoy doing it. My wife's doing a marvelous job right now with our Amazon acquired.
Excellent.
We like that. Well, we want to thank Mr. Gamble's wife for being an excellent shaver for this
With
one.
a smile on her face, Phil.
JV. Yes, this is.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, this is.
Well, we're enjoying watching it, and we want to thank you so much. That's nothing to bat an eye at, Mr. Gamble. 6 years of service towards St. Baldrick's. We truly appreciate that. And if we're talking about legendary leagues of heroes right now, Philip, you've already been a squire, but just one more year, that 7th year, and you become a knight of the bald table. So I can't wait one day for you see that sword and you be knighted by the St. Baldrick's Foundation. But Philip, thanks so much for everything you're doing for St. Baldrick's.
Oh, you're very welcome. I wanted to do it in March, but the pandemic set in right when we were supposed to be shaved in Woodbridge, Virginia. So I was hoping this would happen, and thank God it has.
Oh, Philip, thank you so much. And I agree. I think March is a big time of year for Baldrick's, right around our Irish Day parades and everything. It just, the vibe is in the air a lot in March, and it came right at a rough time. But you know what? We're going strong and we're working together. And as everyone keeps saying, we are better together. And as Dr. Lipton said, he's going to keep pushing forward. And because of great people like you right now, there's funding to do top-notch research in order to continue to get better research, better treatments, and even safer treatments for childhood cancers. So thanks so much. Hava, let's go.
Phil, the beautiful thing about events like today, like you said, is they're not just doing it for today. This is setting the stage for years and years to come. It's encouraging people to donate for research and to really keep the ball rolling. It's people like you who are setting the table for a better tomorrow. So please never forget that as we're going through the shaving.
Now, Matt, do my eyes deceive me? Or look at Hava's long locks here that someone is holding up. That is
unbelievable, Phil. Look at that. That is a lot of hair going towards a good cause. Hava, you are unstoppable. Fantastic.
And I believe Hava, too, is shaving in honor of a few people she's known that have unfortunately been affected by childhood cancer. So, Hava, your selflessness is incredible. And we want to thank you so much, not only on behalf of ourselves as humans, but on behalf of the St. Baldrick Foundations. This is outstanding and phenomenal to be able to witness this live and in living color. So thank you, Hava.
And Phil, now for the first year, we actually have, or 1 year involved with St. Baldrick's. We have Alex B. from Florida. Alex, where are you at?
I'm in Gainesville.
You're in Gainesville. Beautiful,
Yeah.
Alex. Well, hey, thank you for your participation. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Why are you here today?
I did charity costuming with a group called Costumers with a Cause, and we go and visit hospitals, but usually in the cancer wards and other places. And then after seeing that, and I finally said, I should probably do this. So I do it for those kids.
Well, thank you. Thank you for doing that. And it looks like you did a fantastic job in that first wave. And no, thank you for all you're doing.
And Alex, I think you bring up a great point. It's everyone seems to have a moment when they learned about St. Baldrick's or that connection, and all of a sudden they kind of get hooked in and think, you know what, like you said, I think I should be a part of this. I think I should be doing this. And I think that's the beautiful, positive, contagious side of St. Baldrick's, is that people get so inspired by your selflessness and that. So again, on behalf of all of us, thanks for that, Alex. But Matt, I'm looking up next at Erica Block from group number 1. Is the
Deep in the heart of Texas. Where is she at?
Here we are.
Hello, how are you, Miss Erica?
Hello. There. Oh,
Holy cow, Erica Block. Fantastic. Look at that. Wow.
Erica, you could make a rope out of that and climb down a house with that hair.
no, I could have been Rapunzel. I think I like it though.
Erica, it looks beautiful.
You look absolutely beautiful. And now, what part of Texas are you guys from?
We're in San Antonio.
San Antonio. Go Spurs, but more importantly, go Erica and your crew for changing lives. And thank you for being a part of such a special day today. Fantastic.
This is Stella. She's our ALL survivor. So she finished treatment in February. So that's why I decided to do it this time.
Stella, we are sending love and good vibes. That's amazing. Congratulations on being a tough, strong hero, just like Miss Erica.
Yes. Thank you so much, Erica. And thank you, Stella. As Phil said, we were saying nothing but love and good vibes your way. And at this time, we would like to also recognize somebody in this room who really caught our eye upon entrance. The man, the myth, the legend, Technicolor Mike. Can you unmute yourself? I want to hear everything. He's just staring, Phil. He's just staring, but he's very excited. I think he's there. He is.
Hey, well, I am Technicolor Mike B. I've been doing St. Baldrick's, I think, since 2004. My first year at St. Baldrick's I had just gotten a job in 2003 on St. Patrick's Day, and around that time I heard about the St. Baldrick's organization and said, next year on my anniversary of going back to work after being unemployed, I'm going to participate and give back to the community. I shaved my head as part of St. Baldrick's for several years. And then in 2008, I started doing balloons and face painting, and I stopped being a shavy at most of the events and participated, keeping the kids entertained with balloons and face painting.
Oh, Mike, that is amazing. We appreciate your support to the foundation. And I just appreciate you being so visually stimulating on the screen, my friend. Thank you for all you have done. And we really appreciate your support. Now, Matt, it's wave number 1, and we're running short on time, but we got to give props to Corey Mason from Group 1 here. Corey, this is your first time doing this from Florida. How are you today, Corey?
Doing well, sir. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, well, the head looks great, and especially with the nice beard, I think it's very in fashion. You look very, very good.
That is the next one going.
Oh!
The beard is going as well.
You're going to be super smooth then after today. I love it, Corey. Well, thank you so much for everything you've done for St. Baldrick's. We really appreciate it. And you raised over $900 for this event. That is nothing to bat an eye at. Thank you so much for your support.
And last but not least, we have the real boss of New Jersey, the man, the myth, the legend, Magic Mike himself. Mike, thank you so much for joining us today and for participating in St. Baldrick's. Why are you here today, Mike? We are so honored to have you.
So I've been doing this for about 8 years. It started out as a local event at one local firehouse, and it We moved to a local pub and then another firehouse. I want to do what I can to kick childhood cancer. We have a young man in town who has been battling with it for a number of years, so it's the least I could do. And I don't know if you saw, my wife is shaving. I've been growing a skullet, which is basically a mullet for a man that's balding, and I've been growing that since March, and it's coming off today.
Well, Mike, we appreciate your skullet, but more importantly, we appreciate you doing all you're doing for childhood cancer research. Bless your hearts. Bless the great state of Jersey. Thank you for all you're doing. And for Wave 1, it's officially in the books. You guys did incredible. Thank you so much for participating. And at this time, if our Wave 1 participants could turn their cameras off, and for our Wave 2 participants, could you please enter into the shaving arena, please?
Oh, look at the beautiful transition, Matt. I'm seeing new beautiful faces ready to get shaved. And I'm going to get right to the point. I'm looking for Jacqueline Hall, which is maybe the first year for St. Baldrick's. Jacqueline, how are you doing today? If we could get you to unmute that wonderful mic. How's it going?
Doing good. I've already got some ponytails off to save some time. So I did 6 ponytails, 4 or chop, leaving just the 2. So I'm actually excited. My donation length will be 15 inches. So in total for the past, this will now be my 5th donation for hair Donations. I'll be up to now 86 inches of hair donated.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you so much for that, Jacqueline. We appreciate it. And we are going to move on to Bill Coyle. If we can find all these great humans. Bill Coyle, if you're out there from West Virginia, this is year 5 for the St. Baldrick's Foundation.
Actually, I think Bill Coyle is in wave number 3 there, my man. We are jumping ahead. Let's see.
Clear bag.
Oh, that is my fault. Bill
Yes, no,
Coyle,
we got the two. No, Miss Wettikin. Where's Miss Wettikin at? Get on in here, Miss Wettikin. Or the poor guy who can't pronounce last names is jumping ahead. Tell us about yourself. This is year number 8, correct?
This is year number 8 and shave number 9.
Wow. So why are
second
you
one this year? Yeah. So I got to give credit where credit is due. My friend Shayna Lathis, who is also in this group, got me into this. My brother passed away from cancer when he was 6 years old, and I've always been looking for a way to honor his memory. And she was like, I shaved my head for kids' cancer. And I was like, dude, I'm in. So we've been doing this together ever since. We're, work besties, out of work besties, and bald besties. So lots of love to you, Shayna. Thank you for getting me into this. And this is really near and dear to my heart. So I love it.
Awesome. Tricia, thank you so much. And we're sending nothing but love your way. And let me tell you that your character, your backbone, and your enthusiasm when you're speaking is contagious. Thank you for all you're doing. And it means the world to us that you're here today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for
all that.
Supporting this. This is great. Thank you.
Oh, nothing but good vibes here, Matt. I'm looking for Michael Lennon, and supposedly year 9 in the St. Baldrick's journey. Is Michael around?
There, start your video.
I'm here.
There he is. All right. Mr. Lennon.
Michael, is this true? Year 9 for St. Baldrick's.
This is my 9th year. My wife is doing my hair. I'm out in the front yard.
It's a
beautiful day in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's a beautiful day to get your head shaved, Mr. Len. We truly appreciate it. And the fact that year 9, my friend, you are already officially a knight of the bald table from year 7, but you're only 1 year away from being a knight commander. That's nothing to just throw to the side. That is an incredible feat. Thank you for your support, and agreed. You're with your family. It's a beautiful day. You're shaving your head for a good cause. What could go better,
Absolutely. It's also Oktoberfest and halfway to St. Patrick's Day. So we got brats cooked in Guinness on the grill.
Cheers to you, Mr. Lennon. You keep that flowing and let those good times keep on rolling. You deserve it, my man. Soak in that sunshine, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all you're doing today. Enjoy the time with your loved ones. Have some fun. Make a memory today. Thank you so much. And now, Phil, it's my time to transition it to somebody else. We have the lovely Miss Eisenberg, who is coming to us from the great state of Washington. Now, is it Andrea or Andrea? I want to say it correctly.
It's Andrea.
Andrea, it is so nice to meet you virtually. It looks like you are hopping right in. Please tell us a little bit about yourself. Why are you here today?
Yeah, so honestly, shaving my head has been something that I've been thinking about doing. And I noticed or saw when I was browsing YouTube that St. Baldrick's had an event. I had no idea. And I thought that this was just such a fantastic way to do this. When I was a kid, I had a childhood friend, Brianna, who had leukemia. And I just remember, the isolation that she went through, everything that her family went through. It was definitely a really tough time for them. And I just wanted to be able to give back a little bit. So that's why I'm here.
And how cool is this? Some people peruse the internet, for different recipes or doing something. You find an incredible cause and you're hopping right in and you're shaving your head on a beautiful Sunday in Washington. Thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate
rock star. Matt, I want to introduce this next person and let them know, Brett Bailey, we're coming at you, my friend, here in a few seconds. But without telling you too much, this is Brett's 10th year involved with St. Baldrick's. But over those 10 years, he's raised over $150,000 for St. Baldrick's. Brett, it is an honor and a privilege to meet you today. How are you doing as you get that beautiful head shaved of yours?
I'm great. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me. I got my wife behind me. She's becoming a pro at this. We shaved back in April after the pandemic hit because I just wanted to go ahead and get the hair off. But yeah, 10 amazing years with an absolutely great foundation. I actually got to visit the group right before COVID hit. We were in California and we're from North Carolina, so all the way on the other coast. And we visited St. Baldrick's, met Liz and the entire gang over there. And it's just been great. It's a blessing to be part of something so amazing.
Brett, we're speechless on your commitment. Thank you for everything you're doing. And thank you to your wife for always being willing to shave your head all those times. But we couldn't do it without each and every one of you. And Brett, thank you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the moment with all of these heroes. We can't thank you enough, my friend.
Thank you, guys.
And now it's time to introduce somebody that we heard a little bit about already. But Shayna, can you please tell us why you're here? We're so excited to meet you, to see you, and a great shout out earlier from Miss Tricia. But welcome to the Shave Off.
Thank you so much for having me, you guys. I had been thinking a lot about September and how it's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and thinking about how this pandemic has stolen so much of our funding. And so it had been weighing on my mind. And then we have a colleague, Tim Linehan, who got the worst possible news this week from his own oncologist. And I needed to do something. And literally 10 minutes later, I got the email from St. Baldrick's inviting me to today. And that was on Tuesday, just a few days ago. So Wednesday morning, I get on Facebook, I post that I'm going to be doing this on Sunday, and can I raise $1,000? It was done by bedtime. My friends and family are amazing, and they all jumped in, and we've raised over $1,600 when I last checked before I logged on today. So I'm doing it for a lot of heroes, people who have passed, people who are still with us. This is my 14th shave with St. Baldrick's. We've actually had an event at our school at Carr Intermediate in Santa Ana, California. We've had tens of our students and staff members and everybody get involved. And it's something that we have to keep going until there's a cure. And so we're just going to keep going until there's a cure.
Well, Shayna, thank you so much. Your passion is really coming through the screen, and thank you for all you're doing, and you are changing the game. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you.
And shout out Shayna for being an educator. We too are. We appreciate all that you do. Much love there. And Matt, we're about to roll out our last participant in wave number 2. Sprouse is the last name. Sprouse, Captain Sprouse, are you here?
Hello, I'm here.
Your hair looks you're gonna look so good. It already looks great. I'm afraid to see it all go, but it must go.
I'm sad to see it go as well.
This is your first time. You're coming from New York. What does it feel like to be a part of this group with so many great heroes like yourself?
Well, it feels good because the hair is going to a great cause. It is helping all these kids in need. And, well, at least it's not going in the garbage.
That's well said. Captain Sprouse, we can't thank you enough for doing this. And thank you on behalf of the St. Baldricks and everybody else. And of course, children across the country are currently trying to find a cure and make it through these treatments and that. You are a hero. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the moment with your family. And thanks again for all of us, okay?
Thank you for having me. You too. Have a good
Our pleasure. What a nice young human, Matt. But you know what? Group 2, we officially got him done, Matt. Who's next, baby?
Well, actually, Phil, it is our last and final wave. We are finishing up with only 3 groups today of incredible shavees. We are all joining together to get this party started. So at this time, if group 2 could turn off your cameras and let's bring out group number 3.
I'm getting excited, Matt, because after all these groups, I'm hoping we get everybody's screens on eventually, get all those beautiful bald heads up close, maybe like real close. And then we're just going to see all the change that's made. And then, of course, we're going to reach out to our wonderful St. Baldrick's friends here and see how much did we actually raise today in total, because I'm feeling really good about this. By the way, if anyone's tuning in right now to watch their friend, the donation links to all these live events are in the description. It's a simple click of a button. It's the 20th anniversary of Baldrick's. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. There's no better time than now than to give a little bit more, a little bit extra to such an amazing cause, Matt. And I want to make sure we point that out because it's great to watch. But even if you didn't get to shave your head today, you can still do so much and important work that needs to be done for childhood cancer.
And Phil, I consider ourselves, we are so lucky. Look at all these incredible people who are willingly shaving their heads on a Sunday for such an incredible cause. And I guess there's no better way to kick off our 3rd wave than to introduce to you the talented and wonderful Mr. O'Connell. Mr. O'Connell, unmute yourselves. Let me hear about you, what you're all about, why you're here today, because I know your years with St. Baldrick's are admirable, to say the absolute least.
Hi, I've been doing this for 13, 14 years now. My son and I started shaving when he was in kindergarten and had some friends. I'm a 911 dispatch computer guy. And had several students.
No, that's okay. You're good.
I had a couple of my coworkers that their kids had cancer. Both of them are angels now. 5 years into doing this, my son's best friend got cancer. And so it's been a cause that's near and dear to our hearts. So this will be my 13th and 14th year doing it. Lost track.
Wonderful, Mr. O'Connell. No, thank you so much for what you're doing. And I mean, what an incredible role model for your son to show this continuous support to such a great cause. He's lucky to have you. We're lucky to have you today. Thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you, Scott.
A wife and my daughter today with me. My daughter is videoing this for TikTok, and my wife is going to be shaving my head.
All right.
Well, tell them thank you for raising awareness and helping the cause. Spreading this information anywhere and everywhere is so valuable and important, and we value you, Mr. O'Connell. Thank you so much for that. Now, Matt, I already called this gent out earlier on accident because I was so excited to get to group 3. Bill Coyle. I'm calling the great Bill Coyle out right now. For those of you who don't know Bill Coyle, this is his 5th time being involved with St. Baldrick's, and Bill has raised over $12,000 since his start with the great St. Baldrick's Foundation. He's an organizer, and he's had some hybrid events take place already this week. So, Bill, if we can hear from you, we're trying to find you, my dear friend. There you are. I see you. But thank you for all you did. And can you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing to help this amazing St. Baldrick's Foundation?
Well, this past Thursday, we did a hybrid virtual event in Charleston, West Virginia. It's our 5th annual celebrating 25 years. Because 5 years ago, I met Kelsey from St. Baldrick's at the Cure Fest event in DC, decided I need to give something back because on September 25th, 1990, that'll be 30 years next Friday, I heard the words no parent should ever hear, your child has cancer. Luckily, I'm one of the lucky ones. My son will be a 30-year survivor. We've done 5 events in Charleston, West Virginia. In those 5 events, we've raised over $100,000. And so I shaved my head on Thursday, but because of COVID, they couldn't shave my beard. So today I'm thankful to join this event, and I'm shaving my beard. So I'll do that, start it right now.
Bill, we are honored to even meet you. Thank you for all you've done. Enjoy that beautiful, fresh shaved face and keep that love going. And we're so grateful to hear about your family and the treatment success. Thank you again. And Matt, I'm feeling so good and overwhelmed right now, but we got to keep meeting these great heroes. Who's next, Uncle Matt?
Yes, we do. From the great state of Florida, my McMain man, Mr. Gavin White. Gavin, how are you today?
Hi, I'm excited. My second time this year.
I saw in the description. That's incredible. Tell us about yourself. This is a big year for you, correct?
My dad died at 61 of cancer, but he got to live a full life. He had 3 kids, a career, a marriage, and it breaks my heart to think that there are kids out there that won't get that opportunity. He passed before he met my wonderful daughter. I've got a small army of nieces and nephews. I also have a son. I love them all. I just assumed that every parent would suffer if they went through this. So, baby, take it away.
Oh, Mr. White, thank you so much. And we know that, the energy you're putting out there most certainly comes back. So the good you put out is what comes back to you. And thank you so much for participating. And what an incredible role model for your children and for your nieces and nephews. It means the world to us.
Thank you.
Done. Well done, Gavin. And we are moving on from the great state of New York. From the great state of New York, James Wright. James, are you around, my dear friend?
I am.
There you are. I see that you are almost all the way there, though you might be starting a new hairstyle trend. It looks particularly...
I'm going for it. I don't know if I can get away with it, on a day-to-day basis, but maybe for now is good.
I feel like you're Instagram ready for that. I think that's maybe a new color and we'll be all set. James, we want to lift you up. We've heard that you've raised over $1,600 and you're currently a Knight of the Bald Table in the League of Legendary Heroes. And you're going to reach 10 years here next year. So you have been a huge supporter. Can you tell us what is it that draws you to St. Baldrick's and brings you back?
My stories, when I moved to Syracuse, I saw that it was an event they do here. The event here happens to be one of the largest in the nation, which really makes it exciting to be part of it. The first year was just fun, but when I got to the event that first time and saw the impact, I've been really fortunate in life not having been directly impacted by any pediatric cancers, but seeing the people who had survived it, the people who lost loved ones, the caretakers, the people with the real stories. It definitely hit me with the importance the organization is, and I've never looked back. I've kind of made it my pet project almost every year since then. So this will be, as you mentioned, this is my 9th event. My first was in 2010. So, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Well, James, that is a phenomenal story. And I love that after you did your first event, you understood and truly saw what a difference you were making. And I think we got to pause and look at all these different boxes of humans right now, everybody coming together to make a difference. It is an overwhelming thought, but it truly is. When we work together, we can accomplish so much. And James, we look forward to hearing about year 10 when you become a Knight Commander, and then someone in your family needs to get you like some cool leather vest with it embroidered on there so you can walk around and do that hairstyle.
I like it.
So maybe we could
start putting the feelers out now.
Yeah, James, maybe we'll get in touch. Maybe we could take care of that for you. We'll make sure you're going in style, my man.
I like it.
Beautiful. Thanks, James. And Phil, we're actually heading back to the great state of Florida. It's somebody's first year, and please forgive me for the pronunciation, but is it Maria or Mariah?
It's Maria.
Maria, tell us about yourself. Thank you so much for being a first-timer here at Baldrick's.
Yeah, so actually I donated my hair back in actually last September, and it was 13 inches all the way down to my waist. So then I heard about a friend, and she actually shaved her head. I don't know if it was for this specific organization, but she shaved her head, and I was so inspired by her story, and she gave everything away. And for me to donate my hair 13 inches, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to keep some hair. For her to get everything away, I was like, you know what? If you're going to sacrifice something, you can't include yourself in that sacrifice because it's for someone else. And I've had both my grandparents have battled cancer. My grandfather actually died from cancer. We know a lot of friends and family that are battling with cancer. So I'm really grateful to be a part of this cause and to raise cancer awareness and fundraise for these pediatrics.
Well, we are appreciative of you being here today. Thank you so much for everything that you are doing and that you stand for. It means the absolute world to us.
This feels so great to meet so many great people in that. I want to lift up someone also.
Who do you got?
Andy Collar, I'm calling out, I believe from Oregon. Andy, are you out there?
Yep, I'm here, and it's Kaler, but everybody mispronounces it.
Sorry, Andy Kaler. We are so glad to have you here. Now, Andy, is this your very first time doing this for Baldrick's?
It is. I was inspired by my friend Andrea, who's out there. She went in group 2. We both kind of wanted to shave our heads and support a cool cause. So yeah.
Oh, well, Andy, I think that's a perfect description. It's good. Why wouldn't we jump in? And honestly, I love the shaved head look. How are you feeling with it? You liking it?
It's a little weird. My husband's asleep right now, so he'll wake up to that, and that'll be fun. So
yeah, you're gonna get the double take. Well, Andy, you are a hero on behalf of all of us here. Thank you so much for jumping in. We hope it is truly showing you from all these other great human stories as well, just what an impact you are all making. So thank you for that. Continue to show love and support for Baldrick's like we know you will, but thanks for coming on today. But Matt, that was Andy all the way from Oregon. Who do we got next, brother?
Oh, we got somebody right from our own backyard, Phil. We have the lovely Miss Linda from the great state of Illinois. Linda, thank you for joining us today. We want to hear more about you, and we can't thank you enough for participating.
Hi, thank you. This is my first time. I'm actually doing it also because I'm going through alopecia, hair loss. So I saw the cause for the children, and I have a daughter that she's 3. So I'm doing this, and my husband just came from deployment, and he's the one shaving me. And I just want to say thank you to everybody on here, and this won't be my last time doing this.
Awesome. Well, Linda, thank you so much for sharing your story and for donating your hair and your time today. Major shout out to your husband as well. Looks like he's doing a fantastic job, taking that job really seriously. I love the enthusiasm. And thank you for all you're doing for St. Baldrick's. You are making a difference.
Now, Linda and Matt, I want to talk about something I've just been updated on. The wonderful Liz from St. Baldrick's just said we are currently at $14,223 raised so far for this event. And that we want everybody to get online, blast it. We want to at least get up to $14,500 before this event is done. So if you got any friends, if you haven't shared it on Facebook, this event, throw it out there. Go ahead and let the world know it's on YouTube live too. But go ahead and get those. Let's get a couple more extra donations. Let's at least get to that $14,500.
We're there, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it.
And honestly, Matt, that 15,000 is getting so close. It's getting so close. So, but anyways, we got to tiptoe up that way. But Matt, I don't think we've touched on everybody in this group.
We have not, Phil.
I'm looking for a Jeffrey Saunders. Is that correct?
I see him. I see him.
Hey, guys.
Jeffrey, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are y'all?
Oh, we are doing wonderful. We're finding out that you're shaving your mustache, and you are team captain of Shaving Lives MCH Go Gold. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm a pediatric oncology and bone marrow transplant nurse at Methodist Children's Hospital in San Antonio, Texas. And during the pandemic, I've been growing out this nice handlebar mustache.
Lovely, by the way.
It's going away today. And you know, some people have been wanting it to go away, and they kind of threw a few dollars towards St. Baldrick's for that end.
Wow, Jeff. Well, thank you for what you're doing. And you look like an intellectual Hulk Hogan with that handlebar mustache. I love it. So
that's what I was going
ripping
for.
That shirt off and flexing those muscles. This is your stage, man. And I know we'll be here to cheer for you. But thank you for changing lives. Thank you for your enthusiasm and really practicing what you preach and live on a daily basis.
Thank you, guys.
You got it. Shave away. Let's do it.
Save that. Let's see. I want to see that one side go. There we go. Currently, the right side headed northward.
Wow.
Half the handlebar? Oh, I like
there it goes. Man.
Maybe leave it. Maybe leave it. I don't But thank you, Jeff, and for the job that you do on a daily. We truly appreciate it. You are a hero. There we go. We got the half handlebar, man. I like that. I like that. Tough to ride with one hand, but you know what? If you got one handlebar, you use it. So whatever. Now, Matt, am I forgetting anybody from any of the specific groups thus far, or do we about touch on everybody, my friend?
Yes, we have touched on everybody, and I just wanted to double check one more thing, because I think what we're going to do is we're going to put Hava back on the spotlight, Phil, and we just want to check in to see how she's doing and to see how the big shave went. Hava, would you mind chatting with us? She must be busy, Phil. She's got a lot going on. I get it.
No worries there. And I tell you what, Matt, while we're doing this, which we're loving, if everybody's nicely on mute, so there's not too much chaos, but maybe we can start opening everybody's cameras back up so that we could start seeing all the bald heads, the beautiful shaved faces. I see Gavin White's got a little bit of hair. Oh no, that's a cord. I thought that was hair. And Scott O'Connell's got that nice head. Captain Sproull's looking good with the shaved head there. Brett Bailey taking it into his own hands. I like that. And of course, Mike B, brought his A game with that beautiful getup on that balloon hat. But this is feeling good, Matt. I feel like we've got a lot of heroes here. We were reminded greatly of why we were here today. I think Scott L., our honorary kid, for kids cancer, really nailed the point here, really hit it at home. And he is an advocate and really pushing out to the world the importance of everything that we're doing here through St. Baldrick's today and every day. And I think Dr. Lipton also mentioned how we can't stop. We have to keep going. And this pandemic is no reason for us to stop. And I think we just proved that here today with everybody, Matt.
I would agree, Phil, and I think our Miss Hava is back, and we would love to touch base with her to see how everything went today and how the finished product went. So, Hava, how are you feeling?
Good. I feel like my head is floating because I've always had very long hair. I can't remember a time that I haven't had long hair. So, yeah.
And Hava, do you want to tell them what happened with your daddy?
We raised $4,000. We hit the $4,000 mark, and so Daddy said that if we hit it, we got to shave his head, and we did.
Oh, Daddy, you look fantastic.
So, and what happens if we hit the $5,000 mark?
Gracie's shaving her head. I don't think she knows exactly what we mean by Gracie shaving her head.
So so tell them what you want to do if we hit 5,000.
Shave my head.
So we will have three baldies in the family. If we can hit $5,000, we're live streaming this for Facebook. So we've got people on Facebook kind of spreading the word. So we hit $5,000, we're going to have 3 baldies for a great cause.
Oh.
Well, you are an incredible family doing incredible things, and thank you so much for everything that you're doing.
Wow.
Thank y'all.
And we hope you guys enjoy the rest of this Sunday because you deserve it. And you've made such a profound impact energy-wise, I feel like, in this virtual setting. And thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Matt, I'm looking at this and I just see all these bald heads in all these different boxes. And I just feel so much pride and love and selflessness. And I felt like we met some incredible heroes, everyday heroes that are just working towards making this place a better place. So for all of you out there that supported in some way, to all of our amazing St. Baldrick workers like Kelsey, Carrie, Liz, Cynthia, Ada, Mari, Cindy, thank you so much for putting this together, for streaming this, for inviting people. You guys, we know, are the true stars here at St. Baldrick's, always working to find new heroes, like the wonderful Maria, who's getting a nice shave job I can see right now. Like the wonderful Trisha, who we know is here because of a wonderful human and friend. Like Hava's family, who's going to have 3 bald people probably by the end of the day, knowing the way we're going, right? For Corey Mason and for Shayna, bringing people into this. This is what it's all about. It's contagious in a good way, and it feels right, and it feels good. What a great way to have a Sunday, Matt.
And you know what, Phil, so many times in life, we tend to look at, you get more intrigued about reading about negative things or things that are maybe, not going the way they should. But my goodness, this type of environment and this type of population shows us how much good there is in the world and how many people are doing incredible things. So this is contagious. This made our day. You are changing lives. You are difference makers. Thank you for all you're doing. Take this energy into today, into tomorrow, and the next day, and realize that you are changing lives one step at a time. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. But more importantly, unmute yourselves and give yourselves a cheer and a round of applause.
Thank you, Matt and Phil, for so much
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Heroes.
Have a great day, guys.
You too, guys.
Thank you.